Hello everyone, it is Wednesday night. That means it's time for another Facebook Live. It is August 21st, 2024. While you are finding me, I'm going to share this link over to my page in case somebody is looking for it there. So just take me a minute to do that and then we will get started. I hope y'all are having a good week. All right. We're getting there. If you are new to my Facebook Live, I do this every Wednesday, almost every Wednesday. Every once in a while I have to not do it. But I will show you how to make something, and then the next week I give that project away. So last week, sorry, I'm trying to post and talk at the same time, and that's hard for me to do. We made this card with the wildflowers. I forgot what it's called. So I will tell you at the end who won this card that we made last week. Hopefully I can remember. And then I have a couple other cards to show you. Let's see. Did I keep the ones that I posted today? Yeah, I've got them in this stack here. So I've got some more cards I can show you with this set when we're done. Okay. Let's get started. So I had posted 2 versions of this card last night. This one, hey Nancy, is without stamping, and this one is with stamping. And so I asked y'all to vote. We had one person vote for not stamping. So that's the version we're going to make tonight. But you can make it either way, and it's beautiful. So I have a piece of basic white. What we're using tonight, I guess I should show you some of that first. So this is the Layers of Beauty. This is the stamp set. Really beautiful floral. And then it has a set of dies that go with it. So this big die cuts out the big image, and then there's a smaller die here that will cut out part of that image. And then the other outline ones cut out some of the other images, so these other florals and leaves. And then there is one nice little tag. I think the only thing that will fit in there is the God Bless. And then some extra leaves. I love it when they add extra leaves just to add to your project. And then what we're really using tonight, which I think of as kind of the star of the show, are these masks. This will probably make it easier for you to see them. So there are 3 masks for the flowers. So that's number 1. And they are numbered up here. It may be kind of hard to see. 1, 2, and 3. And these wash off so easily. I was making cards with them the other day, and I just took them to the sink and ran water over them, and that was it. And then there are 2 masks for the leaves. And that's how you get this depth of color in here. So, take that back out of the way. Let's get started. So I have a piece of basic white that is bigger than what I need. And I have lots of Post-it tape. So I want to tape my paper down so it doesn't go anywhere. And just grabbing more Post-it tape. Okay. You're going to take your first mask and lay it down. And since we're not stamping, it doesn't matter how we lay it down. And then I'm going to tape it down. Now, you may not be able to see, just grabbing a pencil real quick. There is a notch up here. And so I like to just take a pencil and go over that notch. Each mask has that same notch, and that helps you line it up. Now, I also look visually to be sure that it looks right, but that certainly helps get it in the right place. Okay, so our first color is Calypso Coral. And I am going to start off. I don't want just blotches. And I'm not rubbing real hard. You'll notice like right here, there's just a little piece. You don't want to rub so hard that you bend that little piece. And it's not going to be uniform. Parts of it are going to be darker than others. That's okay. Real flowers are not uniform either. All right, so there is number one. So now we can pick up our mask. And that's what we have. Again, take that to the sink, run water over it. It's clean. I'm just setting them aside for now. All right, now mask number two. So we'll put it in our little slot there. And then I just, like I said, I kind of eyeball it until I feel like it looks right. But that slot helps you get it lined up. Put your Post-it tape back over there so it will stay in place. And I still hold it just to be safe. And so this is the same color. I'm just going over it with Calypso Coral again. Again, they're small pieces of plastic, so you don't want to rub it too hard. And you'll notice I'm kind of doing it in a circular motion. That's just the way I do it. And you can go as dark or as light as you want. I think that's probably good. All right, now you're going to start seeing some magic. And we have a new set that's similar to this. Look at that. Ooh, it's so pretty. All right, keep my tape. It's a tree. I forget what the name of it is. And I haven't made, it's a new online exclusive. And I haven't made anything with it yet. But it's the same idea. All right, so now you'll see you've got these flower centers. So again, tape down your mask. And now, not that one, I'm going to bring in the pumpkin pie for this piece. So you could certainly have fun with all sorts of different combinations. Again, I'm doing it light so I don't bend my mask. Oh yeah, there's nothing to do there. So this is going to add even more depth to these images. And you could have so much fun playing with different combinations. Okay, that's our flowers. Again, I'll take this to the sink and rinse it off and it'll be good as new. So let's see. Ooh, that's so pretty. Look how pretty that is. All right. Now we're ready for our leaves. So again, we'll look at our notch. And then this, your first leaf, you're just going to try and make sure you're not going to be inking over any flowers. Put your Post-it tape down. And now I'm using Old Olive. And I'm actually going to use Old Olive for both of the leaf masks. So this first one, I'm not going to go too dark on it. I mean, I do want some color there, because I can definitely add more color with the second mask. But I could have used Old Olive and Garden Green, or Old Olive and Shaded Spruce, or Soft Seafoam and Old Olive. A lot of different combinations I could use. Now, to make sure I get all of these leaves. Hopefully I'm still staying where you can see. Again, they're not all going to be uniform. That's okay. All right. So now let's take our mask off again. Ooh, that's so pretty. All right, now one more. Mask number 5. And we'll start with it kind of up on our little notch, but then we'll also look and make sure it looks like it's going to be in the right place. So what I'm trying to do is make sure there isn't any white showing around it. All right, so back with our old olive again. I think there's some holes there, yep. So this is going to add the dimension to our leaves. You can see when it starts popping out. And it feels funny to go like right over those flowers, but you've got your mask there, so it protects your flowers. Gonna need some more over here. That's looking pretty good. All right. I think that's good. All right, so that is all of our masking. Let me get this messy thing out of the way. Look at that. And now you can take, and this Post-it tape doesn't stick to your paper, so that's why I use it. Get that messy thing out of the way. So looky there, isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to die cut this real quick. You could use just this and put it on a card and it would be beautiful, but I like the die cut, the way it just looks so pretty. So I'm gonna grab my machine real quick. Let me scoot you up a little bit because that's so close. And I'm just going to take this big die and I'm going to use my Post-it tape again. Let me get a bigger piece. Because after doing all that coloring, I certainly don't want my die to slip and cut it out wrong. So once I feel like this is lined up, then I'll just take a piece of Post-it tape and put over it. And we'll run it through. All right, let's get this back out of the way. Didn't see where I put my paper. All right. So peel that off. There's some good white there you could still use. And there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Here, let me scoot you back down a little bit again. So beautiful. Like I said, so many color combinations you could try. I'm going to have to play around with it some more and do some more combinations. Okay, hopefully I haven't buried too far. So I have a little, we'll set that aside for the moment, a little label. I cut this with the Unbounded Love dies. They have lots of great labels. And this is the one I used, and it cuts this out and, hang on, I'm trying to grab one off my desk, this frame out at the same time. So those cut together. So you could cut another, I could have cut another one out of Calypso Coral and put it around this white one that I'm stamping on. That would have been pretty. I didn't think of that until just now, or I would have done that. Okay, so we're going to stamp. We need our old olive back. And this is one of the sentiments. Thanks, Nancy. I know, it just makes such a beautiful image. This is one of the sentiments from the same set, from the Layers of Beauty. This is Grateful for You. It's got Happy Anniversary, You Make My Heart Smile, and God Bless. So let's stamp our sentiment. See if I can do it straight. Not bad. And then I did die cut some little leaves out of old olive. And my card base is peach pie. So I just went with a softer color to put it on so it would really pop out against that. And I used I think it's called Exposed Brick. I have it right here. Let me see. Yes, Exposed Brick embossing folder on this for a background. I didn't want anything too busy, but I wanted a little bit of texture because I wanted these beautiful flowers to be the focal point. All right, so when I have an embossed paper, I like to use my liquid glue, my Tombow liquid glue. We call it green glue. And that just gets in those crevices better. And to me, it adheres better. And I did put this on also with just flat. You could pop it up, and no, I don't think I did that on the other one either, on the yellow one. So we'll just kind of angle this like that. I'm just holding it for a minute. All right, and then my sentiment, I put on dimensionals, on with dimensionals. I'm just kind of keeping them in the center, but I'm going to tuck those leaves behind it. So I put it up here. I didn't want to cover up too much of the flowers, but I wanted it to be kind of grounded so it was touching those. And then these guys, I think I used glue dots actually on these. It was a little less messy. You could use your green glue, but I think I used glue dots. And I like to use, on something this small, my take your pick spatula end. And then I can kind of peel it off of there. Whoop, about lost my lid. And then this one I just kind of tucked under here. Whoops, I want it to turn that way so you see it. If it's too much over those leaves, you won't see it at all. And then the other one, let me get another glue dot. I put up in this corner. Now you do want to be sure you get it tucked under there far enough. Let me scoot it this way a little bit. There we go. You don't want it to come out over the edge of your card, so your card can still fit in the envelope okay without smushing your leaves. Okay, let me put my glue dots away before they go rolling around somewhere. And then I added, of course, with a beautiful flower like this, you need some bling. So these are the new In Color Glimmer Shimmer Gems. So we'll put a couple on there. And then let's put one more on the leaves, like that. There you go. that is our card. I had so much fun playing, figuring out what colors to use. And so again, that is without stamping. This is the same color combination. I just stamped it in Memento first. So definitely both beautiful. This one is a little softer look, but both beautiful. So next week, somebody will win this card. The other card that I made was using blends. And of course, with blends, you want to stamp it first so you know where to color. So this is Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo combinations. And then this one is just Melon Mambo. And then I used Daffodil Delight on the little flowers. And again, Old Olive on the leaves. And the cardstock is Lemon Lolly. So again, a softer background so that these flowers really pop. And I did add a little ribbon. You don't see a lot of it, and I just left the sentiment off of this one. So 3 very different, well, these are similar, but so you can use the masks and your blending brushes to color them, or you can color them with blends. And then the cards I got in the swap that made me want to really play with this are these 2. So this one is from Patience, and she didn't color at all, and it's beautiful. So it's just, I think it's Night of Navy. So we just stamped that floral image, put some designer series paper and a sentiment over it, added some embellishments. That's it. Beautiful. And then I think this was Judy. So same thing. We just stamped the background. Looks like maybe basic gray. And then this is that die that just cuts part of it. So she just stamped it again, cut part of it out, and she actually colored it all for us. We didn't have to do that. But that's a good way to get some color in there, but you don't have to spend the time coloring the whole thing like I did on this one. So just a beautiful set and so much fun to play with. So next week, somebody will win this card. Well, the one we made tonight, it might be a little bit, I thought maybe it was a little bit darker, but I don't think it is. The greens might be a little bit. Somebody will win that one next week. But last week, we made this one. Hey, Khaki. And the winner of this one is Betty. So if you want to win the card from tonight, all you have to do is comment here on Facebook. So if you comment on this video on Facebook, then you'll be in the drawing to win this card next week. Also, I forgot to mention, in case you're new, I do have a blog post on my website shortly after this video is done, where I'll put the dimensions that I used for this. So if you want to recreate this card, you have the dimensions there. Okay? All right, that is it for tonight. I'm going to leave this here because it's so pretty. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. We'll play with something else new. I don't know what yet. I never know until the week comes around. All right, I will see you next week. Bye.